Good day. In fulfillment of my requirement in dactyloscopy, I prepared a video explaining how to attain the KMPSSF of Henry classification formula. Let's begin with the key. The key is brought up to the classification line to the left of the major. The key is taken from the ridge count of the first loop appearing in the classification other than fingers 5 and 10. Either ulnar or radial loop may be used for the key. The key is always brought up above the classification line, regardless of the finger used. If there are no loops present, there is no key. Next is the major. The major is taken from the thumbs. The major is brought up to the classification line to the left of the primary. Number 6 finger has only one set of values as a loop. It is always constant. Number 1 finger has two sets of values as a loop. Number 6 finger is used as the denominator. Number 1 finger is used as the numerator. In a combination of loop and whorl, the first set of values is always used for the number 1 finger. If whorls are present in both thumbs, the tracings are used. A small letter A, T, R present in either or both thumbs eliminates the major. Another is the primary classification. Each finger has a definite numerical value when a whorl type pattern is present. The total of these values make up the primary. The numerator is made up of the total sum of the values present in the even-numbered fingers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 plus 1. The denominator is made up of the total sum of the values present in the odd-numbered fingers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 plus 1. Fourth one is the secondary. The secondary is composed of the pattern types present in the index fingers 2 and 7. The number 2 finger is used as the numerator and the number 7 finger is used as the denominator. The secondary is brought up to the classification line to the right of the primary. Small letter group prints with an arch, a tented arch T, or radial loop R, in any finger except the index fingers constitute the small letter group of the secondary classification. Small letters consist of A, T, and R only. Small letters are brought up to the classification in their respective relative positions to the index finger 2 and 7 when appearing in fingers 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. All small letters must be indicated in the classification formula. Dashes are used in the classification formula to indicate an ulnar loop or a whorl intervening between the index finger and the first small letter, or between two small letters. When two or more small letter patterns of the same type appears together, they are indicated as 2A, 3A, 2T, 3T, 2R, or 3R. The fifth one is the subsecondary. The subsecondary is taken from fingers 2, 3, 4 numerator, and 7, 8, 9 denominator. The subsecondary is brought up to the classification line to the right of the secondary. Definite values are assigned to the ridge counts in these fingers. Whorl tracings are brought up as part of the subsecondary. A small letter to the right of the index finger eliminates the subsecondary, with some exceptions. The last but definitely not the least, the final classification. The final is brought up to the right of the subsecondary. The final is taken from number 5 finger if number 5 is a loop, either ulnar or radial. If number 5 is not a loop, the final is taken from the number 10 finger. If neither 5 nor 10 is a loop, there is no final, with some exceptions. If the final is taken from number 5 finger, it is brought up above the classification line. If the final is taken from the number 10 finger, it is brought up below the line. If whorls are present in all fingers, the whorl in number 5 finger is counted and brought up as a final. When counting whorls, always count as if they were ulnar loops. A whorl in the right hand is counted from left delta to core. In the left hand, count from right delta to core. When counting double loops, a horizontal double loop is counted from the left delta to the nearest core. A vertical double loop is counted from the left delta to the upright loop. More than 2 cores, count from deltas, to core least number of ridges distant.